Welcome to 2020, when advancements in smart city technology are expected to bring the expertise of industrial and systems engineering out of the laboratory and into the public square. Urban communities of the future will rely on Internet of Things connectivity designed to improve transportation, sustainability, convenience, and comfort. One experimental area can be found right outside of IISE headquarters in Peachtree Corners, Georgia. Curiosity Lab is a test environment that allows autonomous vehicles, drones, and other devices to interact with the real world, but in a controlled setting. One featured vehicle that has been tested there since last fall is Olli, a self-driving 3D printed electric minibus that can carry up to 8 passengers on daily runs along a 1.5-mile dedicated stretch of roadway. IISE's Keith Albertson and David Brandt recently got a chance to ride Olli and learn more about it from its technicians.
My name is Thomas Clifford. I am a safety steward for Local Motors, and I am stewarding Olli. Olli has 2 different modes: human mode for when we're driving in manual to drive out to the route, and robot mode when it's in its autonomous mode. So here you have a radar. Olli has 5 radars. Here's another radar. Olli has 6 cameras and 6 LiDARs.
Alright.
LiDARs use light to detect objects, and radars use radio waves to detect objects. There's another LiDAR and another camera, and this is the front of Olli. So it is sensing with 2 cameras and 2 LiDARs and 2 radars. A LiDAR, a radar, here's a LiDAR and a camera. And up top there's another LiDAR. We go inside. You see another camera, and here we have the tablet where we use it to put Olli in either human mode or robot mode. And this is also where we monitor the map and the route for Olli to go on route or off route. And it's all touchscreen. No problem.
My name is Jeremiah Trinka. I work for Local Motors. I'm also a safety steward like Thomas here. I actually live in Sacramento, and just down here this week helping to teach the new guys how to operate Olli and what we do out here. This is actually a really amazing space that they've created here in the testing route. The route is about 3 miles round trip, about 1.5 miles each direction. As you can see, they've created these protected lanes for Olli to travel in. And this is a really great way for us to kind of get Olli out there in the real world and do some real world testing, essentially. Both dealing with traffic and pedestrians and all these sorts of things. And that's why this is a really unique space for us to be able to use and travel along. We always operate right now with a human behind the controls. Again, Olli is programmed to be very, very safe. That's not really ever an issue. But again, humans inherently are unpredictable, so we always just have a safety steward behind the controls to take over if necessary.
Now, what kind of data and information are you gathering as you make this run to refine Olli and get Olli better in interacting with traffic in an environment like this?
Olli's 2 primary sensors that it uses when it's out here on the route is radar and LiDAR. That's what it uses to actually see the environment in real time, and all of that information is fed back into the algorithm that makes decisions in real time about steering, braking, stops, all that sort of thing. It also uses GPS sensors to maintain its position along the route. You can think of it kind of like a digital railroad track that it's traveling along, and it uses that GPS sensor to maintain that position. We also have cameras both inside and outside the vehicle. Olli doesn't use those cameras for object recognition and detection. We're just using those primarily for recording purposes. And we also use that a little bit for data collection to, again, make our algorithms better over time.
First, determining how long it's going to take us to get the route, get the times, like I said before, so we can put out a good schedule. Right now, we're doing a total of 10 to 6 with a break between 1 and 2 to let Olli get back on and get charged, and then continue thereafter.
For folks who don't know, this area at Peachtree Corners is a technology parkway. A lot of high-tech firms here, a lot of office operations, and Peachtree Corners has designated this Curiosity Lab area for companies to be able to come and test firms to the area and as an economic development item for the city.
What we do have an issue sometimes is that you can see Olli technically has its own lane. However, there are people who have been known to drive behind Olli, in front of Olli, and also we have some construction that's going on, and they actually park in Olli's lane. So as we come around the corner, he's actually hopefully moving. I can see him moving cones on the opposite side in our Olli lane. So hopefully by the time we get over there, they will be up and we'll be able to continue on our route autonomously. Obviously, if they had left the cones and left the area, we would unfortunately have to go into a manual mode, which is, like I said, a takeover, and actually drive Olli ourselves until we can get back on Olli's path and continue autonomously.
So one of the things that stewards are always going to be watching out for is other drivers that are not following the rules of the road. We gain a familiarity with how Olli handles various traffic situations. Pedestrians frequently too sometimes tend to be a little unpredictable. So those are the various sorts of things. Like Marcy mentioned, we sometimes have other cars that will pull in behind us. Earlier this morning, we saw two cars actually down the other direction, where one car was traveling in our lane and another vehicle was in the outside lane and actually made a right turn right in front of the other vehicle, cutting them off. So, again, just things like that is the stuff that we're constantly watching for while we're out here on the road. So Thomas will place Olli back on the route, and then we pass one of the stops along the way. So he's just going to select the next stop down the route, turn the autonomous mode back on, and then we'll be able to re-engage Olli again.
Since you've got a joystick instead of a steering wheel, is video game experience come in handy?
It must have, because I have no experience with the joystick, so I have a little challenge.
Vehicle of the future will be a mouse, probably.
Well, hopefully the vehicle of the future won't have any controls at all because we won't have to drive.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the goal long term, is that you don't need a steward. That eventually.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely going to be a few years yet before we're to that point. But long term, the biggest challenge with people on the road today are humans, because inherently we're very distractible, and we have these sorts of things that we like to play around with when we're behind the car. And autonomous vehicles don't have that problem. They don't get distracted, they never fall asleep, they don't get tired, they don't get bored. They just do what they're programmed to do. And there's, I can't remember the statistic on the amount of fatalities in the U.S. every year from traffic accidents, and it's a very, very large number. And hopefully autonomous vehicles are going to make a dent in that long term. And honestly, that's the biggest reason that I do this job, is because I want to make a difference in that number, and be able to look back on this 10 years from now and say, hey, I got to have one small little part of making the world a better place.
I think a lot of technology we probably don't know about is there, but the laws have to catch up with it.
Yeah.
So we could be there right now, for all I know, but what are the policies, what are the rules of having an autonomous bus on the road to be able to operate? And then you have to look at it state by state as well. So each state has their own law that we have to follow. So if you're a company and you want to put your vehicles in these different states, you have different laws that you have to comply with.
Cities didn't look the way they do today back when we had horse and buggies, and there was that transition period between horse and buggy to automobile, and even a bit of a transition with automobiles too, because we didn't originally have the interstate system that we have today. So it's that process that's also happening all over again as we start to look 10, 20, 30 years down the road, and what do our cities look like as they're more pedestrian friendly, as well as more friendly for autonomous vehicles. And There definitely will be similarities to what we see today, but they won't look exactly the same 30 years from now.
I'm Keith Albertson of ISE. I'm here today in Peachtree Corners, Georgia, with Betsy Plattenberg. She is Executive Director of the Curiosity Lab. Betsy, tell us a little bit about how this project got started and how you got involved in it.
Well, we're very excited about our grand opening today. This is a 5G-enabled smart city living lab where we have a 1.5-mile autonomous vehicle test track. We are sitting in Atlanta Tech Park, which has 7,500 people who work here and another 1,000 who live here, so they are all part of this living lab environment. The city has made this investment as an economic development initiative. We are offering all of the infrastructure here to early stage startups, focused on IoT, smart city, and mobility, as you mentioned, and also mature companies as well, to come and test, demo, and deploy what's next in emerging technology.
What are some of the elements that you've put in place out here for companies to be able to come do this?
We have 5G up and running today. We have DSRC units. We have dedicated fiber. We have surveillance cameras. But most importantly, we have the track, which is this 1.5 miles that runs in the outside lanes of an existing roadway. So the public will be interacting with test vehicles all day long, multiple crossings throughout the track. Some of the things that are really unique about this track that we're excited about and future testers are excited about is it has a 13% elevation change, which for those of you interested in vision for future autonomous vehicles, having an elevation change affects the way that computer vision recognizes where it is, and most current test tracks are level controlled environments where there is no elevation change. We also have curving and we have tall mature trees, and the mature trees provide shade cover, which again helps with computer vision.
Mm-hmm. And you've already got quite a few entities and companies interested in coming and testing out the benefits of this
We do,
environment.
and we have several infrastructure partners. We have Sprint providing the 5G, Georgia Power is providing the smart poles. We have a company called Hargray that's providing the fiber, and we have other infrastructure partners that are very interested in coming alongside and making this their living lab as well.
You can learn more about Olli, Curiosity Lab, and Smart Cities in the January issue of ISE Magazine and on a recent episode of Problem Solved, the IISE podcast, featuring an interview with Betsy Plattenberg of Curiosity Lab. It's the first in a series we call 2020 and Beyond, the Future of ISE, where we ask the problem solvers of today to look into their crystal balls for visions of tomorrow. Look for more topics to be covered in upcoming issues of ISE Magazine.